Андарана Тишан, меня зовут Брина, мы продолжаем проходить Black Mirror 3 «Последние страхи». Мы остановились на том, что какой-то подозрительный человек попросил нас помощи с машиной, и потом тресканул нас крышей капота, и мы теперь находимся в морге, где раньше происходили жуткие опыты вместе с патологоанатомом и с предком Эдриана Гордона, который находится здесь перед нами. Выйди к нам на свет, потому что YouTube может все затемнить. Нам нужно включить свет для начала, потому что вообще ничего не видно.
The light switch should be somewhere around here. That's not it. That was easy. What the hell did I press before? Oh, it looks like an intercom system. But it doesn't seem to be working.
Ну, это не страшно. Хорошо, что он не работает.
Old compartments like you see in a morgue. It could have been one once. Luckily, these things don't work anymore. Or I'd probably have frozen to death.
Да, это действительно хорошо. По-моему, мы его смотрели уже в прошлой серии, но я повторюсь.
I could have passed on that one. And to think I was just climbing on this thing. Phil locked me in this compartment. No wonder I couldn't open the door. The compartment is padlocked too. There are air holes here. Like in my compartment. Damn. Jeez, there's someone in there. I can hear breathing. Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Can you hear me? Whoever's in there must be in a deep sleep. There's no way of waking them up.
Да уж. Если бы у нас был бы нашатырь, мы бы смогли, конечно же, его разбудить.
You would normally cut up dead bodies on a table like this. Normally.
Угу.
Barbecue.
Ой, чего?
Kitchen towels. Best quality. Surprise, surprise, still unused. Medical instruments, like you see in hospitals. Ah, and pathology labs. Most of them are rusted. Yuck. I really don't want to know what it is. It stinks like hell.
Наверное, кровь.
No. There's a rotting corpse in there. I don't want to see that again. A chair with arm and leg restraints. That could have come from an old sanatorium.
Да, наверное, если вы человека здесь хотели попытать.
An old skeleton. That's not very useful. What can I do with it? Whoops. The skull looks a bit wobbly.
Ой.
Yep, it's loose. So off with it. Two heads are better than none at all.
Смотря какие головы. С такой головой я бы не ходила. О, сигареты. Ты куришь? Что это?
A small bottle of smelling salts?
О, нашатырь. Значит, мы сможем разбудить его.
None left. Pity.
Блин, плохо.
A working Bunsen burner. Plain, untipped cigarettes. If I never get out of here, then at least I can become a smoker. A meat cleaver, like you used to see in a butcher shop. A hideous butcher. These metal boxes are normally used as cash boxes. This one has a combination lock. I can't spend ages trying it out. Practical applications of chemistry. marvelous tool. So small and yet it slices through flesh like butter.
Это ты уже кто говорил?
A scalpel, as small as it is effective and precise, reduced to pure functionality. What a cool invention.
Эдрин, я так боюсь, когда ты говоришь, как не знаю кто.
Medical books, secrets of the human brain, composition and function of the central nervous system. I don't think Phil is using this to cram for the brain surgery exam.
Если не он зубрит, то, по крайней мере, кто-то другой. Тут зубрил, по крайней мере. Ладно, выходим со стола. Я опять же говорю, буду делать по прохождению, которое тут у меня есть, и постараюсь что-нибудь выяснить.
A human skull.
Что-то есть?
Something's rattling around in there. Either his brain has dried up, or someone has hidden something in the skull. A reel of film. Lucky I always had to load the films in school. It's not as easy as you might think. An old yellowed screen.
Ладненько, пусть остается.
It gives pulling my leg a whole new meaning. An ancient film projector. I'd be amazed if it still worked.
Извиняюсь.
So let's have a look and see what's on.
Ничего пока не разобрать. Нужен что-то.
Strange about this film. I get the feeling there's something missing.
Так, сейчас мы посмотрим, что нужно делать.
Plain cigarettes. If I lit one up, a chemistry book dated. Let's see. Maybe I can find some info on the compound. Okay, what does it say? Deer antlers ground to make ammonium powder. Heat and blah 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 crystallizes to form what are known as smelling salts. That shouldn't be too difficult.
В принципе, да. Так. Угу. Ага, вот он.
Lots of film and photography equipment. Oh, this looks like an attachment for a camera. Different colored transparencies in a frame. You can pull them in and out. I fixed the color filter to the front of the projector, so I can now use the different color gels to watch the film in bright colors.
Опс.
I'll have another look at the film. Hmm. 2180. A 4-digit combination. That Phil has been slime, motherfucker. Not a bad idea. Hiding a combination in a film that can also only be seen using a special color filter. If the numbers on the film are the combination for this box, an envelope. Let's see. As I said already, I can't do anything with the photo. It looks like the person concerned has left the village and is therefore of no further interest to me. You've already gotten too much money out of me for the pictures of the fire, so that's it now. I have a new job for you. As far as I know, the Fire Fiend will be released sometime next week. He's a ticking time bomb that could blow up again at any time. Perhaps we could encourage him a little. Watch him, don't let him out of your sight. I want you to write down everything he does. Further instructions to follow. M. M? M. That can only be Murray. That, deserves the worst. There are gonna be some serious consequences.
Все, больше ничего, что ли? Так, ладно, выйдем. Стоп.
A cassette player, but I don't know if it works or not. There's no plug on the end of the cable. Great. Now I've got a few wires. The blood seems fairly recent.
Кого-то здесь, значит, били.
If I can repair the photocopier, the intercom will be child's play. There you go. Now, in theory, I can lure Phil. Weird. No door handle. Just a keyhole.
Так, посмотрим, что же нужно. Ага.
Okay. Damn, I didn't connect the wires up right, but that's... Oh.
What's all this?
Давай! Ух!
He's been knocked out. I'd better take care of this, just in case.
Угу.
He's been knocked out.
Так. Ага. А не проще ли его запереть?
A pile of junk. Old radios, wireless equipment, hard disks, and God knows what else. If ever I need anything like that, I'll know where to come. An ad for telephone sex hotlines. This Phil is a sleazy bastard. A pile of junk. Old radios, wireless, if ever I need anything. Drawers full of electronic junk. Something under here looks a bit strange. A metal flap in a wooden cupboard. That's weird. I bet. But I can come back to that later. I'll go. Reminds me of my college days.
Ты тоже все время пиццу ел? Ой! Фух, вовремя успела нажать.
The most important ingredient for my... I don't want to waste all the gas.
Да блин!
I don't want to waste all the gas. I don't want to waste all.
Черт тебя дери!
Sorry.
Ой, извиняюсь. Пропустила диалог. Черт, нам нужно что-то в него... На что-то его положить. Так, сейчас посмотрим. Угу. Ага.
Phil doesn't seem to have touched the display case. No wonder.
Угу.
A glass flask. They're mainly used to...
Угу.
Okay, that should be enough. An empty plastic bottle. Something tells me I'm gonna need it.
Хорошо, раз ты так считаешь.
Cracked. No wonder, with a face like Phil's. Weird fixing for a cable. Looks like a giant horseshoe. A disc. It says here, if you've been stupid enough to forget your password again, it'll come back to you when you come back in again. Files. Or to be more exact, medical records. James Gordon. He was a patient in the old sanatorium. So are the medical... There are death certificates in here. Quite a few. Issued by Dr. Heinz Herman for James Gordon. And for different causes of death. Ralph Thompson, date of birth March 3rd, 1960. Diagnosis, medication level 4, combination shock therapy, electroconvulsive shock therapy, and insulin shock therapy. Poor Ralph. No wonder he's crazy. And here's Ralph's death certificate, issued by Dr. Herman. Death from neck dislocation following self-strangulation. So Ralph's death had already been planned. Bastards. If they hadn't gone out of business in August 81, Ralph would be dead now. Incredible. Otherwise, pretty uninteresting. A folding... right into your lungs. I'll leave the book here.
Угу.
This key fits. Oh no, it's Ralph. His face, his upper body, covered in cuts. The disgusting bastard.
Знаешь, я бы его заложила сейчас туда.
Ralph? Ralph! It's useless. It looks like he's been I gotta try to wake him up. What? Where? Ah! This isn't Ralph's house! This isn't Ralph's house! Go away! Go away!
Ralph,
Leave
Ralph
Ralph alone!
It's okay. Ralph!
Mr. Bobby! Where are you? Mr. Bobby!
Ralph, it's all right. Shh. Ralph, it's me, Darren. It's okay.
Ему нужен мистер Бобби. Где? Держи.
Here, look. It's Mr. Bobby. You see? Everything's okay. Bobby.
Wow. Ralph ran like the devil himself was after him. I don't think I can do anything more down here. I think he's slowly coming round.
Ой. Надо бы дверь забаррикадировать, чтобы он не выбрался. Такс. Все, теперь он оттуда не выйдет.
Then, I'm out of here. Just in time.
You Yankee tosser! I'll have you!
It says Ruger here. The rest is illegible.
Just you wait!
A metal flap in a wooden cupboard. That's weird. I bet Phil's hiding something important in here. But how do I open it?
Господи. Сейчас придумаем, как открыть. Я извиняюсь за то, что сейчас вот происходит, за то, что все эти шумят, но по-другому не могу.
I could use it to totally destroy the metal flap.
Да? Ну, тогда не знаю. Скальпелем попробуй, что ли.
Unfortunately, that doesn't...
Ну, а как по-другому тогда? Либо вышибай, либо пробуй скальпелем. Я прям не представляю.
lock.
Блин.
You goddamn... More weapons. A gun, cheap knives. The cheapest and nastiest for miles around. But a gun might come in handy.
Мордред.
I can't go around carrying the gun, but I don't want to leave it. I'll pocket the ammo too. But there's more stuff here. A necklace. Oh, it looks valuable. Stolen. Phil's porno TV chair. There's no way I'm touching that. No wonder Phil's gone soft in the head. Seems to rain in here. All kinds of trash. There are even some video cassettes still in their original packaging. There's no way up there. says here, if you've been stupid enough to forget your password again, it'll come back to you when you come back in again. Inviting. I doubt that's the original lettering. I can see map. I wonder if Phil has a key to this too. How about that? Here it is. Ugh, just a heap of ash. No corpse. Oh. A small cardboard tube that Phil must have thrown away recently. It actually looks... And what have we here? An iron M. The shotgun will... I'll get rid of the other weapon, too. That's that job done. Yep, the M def... I'd like to take my... That was obvious. I need the BIOS password. Morg. That was the correct password. So let's see what we can do with the PC. That looks interesting. Unlock 1 for cellar door. 2 for storeroom. That came from the direction of the cupboard. Something clicked. I'll have a look.
Mm-hmm.
It was a kind of remote-controlled locking device. This appears to be Phil's treasure vault. A list of sums of money. The library taught, 200 pounds. The foreign woman, 500 pounds. The Yank, 100 pounds, 2,500 pounds, 300 pounds. I think Yank must refer to me. What's that all about? Some kind of bounty? There's an M and a tick after each sum of money. But not next to the one for the floor. Betamax video cassettes. Strange format. What does it say here? Are they Ralph's vacation videos? before he... And what's this? James. August to October 1979. I can't figure it out. I'll just take the Ralph cassette with me. There's a Betamax recorder plugged in here. So let's see what's on the video. What's that? Ralph sitting there, tied to a chair. That's here in the cellar. What are they? Oh, it's a torture video. I don't need to see anymore. I really don't want to know what's on the other videos. Now, I'll have to ask Murray a few questions.
Тогда пойдем. Хотя, если честно, я бы взяла обрез, чтобы стрельнуть в этого падлу.
Mr. Michaels, have you had a pleasant day?
Mr. Michaels? Why aren't you calling me Mr. Fire Fiend? I know you like calling me that. I also know you haven't me watched. That you set a perverted gun nut onto me who has a whole load of corpses in his cellar?
I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Michaels. Are you not feeling well? You seem a little tense.
You will be too, very soon. Unfortunately, I found a letter that proves everything, written in your handwriting, to a certain Bill. He'll be sitting pretty in the slammer very soon if I take this to the police.
Very well, Mr. Michaels. I too can do something. As you will have already ascertained from this letter, I am in possession of some photos that are extremely... Do you want to know what they show?
What could they show? I'm totally...
You, Mr. Michaels, are on them. You can be seen running from the burning castle. Had you not put on record that you were nowhere near the castle on the day of the fire? What would the judge have to say to that? And just imagine, I could even profit from it. Brave hotelier convicts arsonist. I've got you where I want you, Mr. Michaels.
You won't get away with it. I'll press charges against you for blackmail.
Of course you will. A pathetic lunatic from America comes to England, kills half a dozen people, and then accuses a respectable... Wake up! You're up to your neck in it. Do what I tell you, and you'll stay alive at least.
We'll see who's gonna stay alive, you crazy.
God, oh, that burns.
Ну, Мордред на этот раз помог.
I wanted to kill him. I really wanted to kill him.
Тихо, 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 тихо.
Had no scruples whatsoever. There was something liberating about it. Oh, what's wrong with me? This can't be me. First these visions, and now the medication. I should take it.
Да, прими таблетку, но... Эдриан, это Мордред на тебя воздействует. Ну, по крайней мере, ты правильно сделал, что на него наорал. Я бы его тоже убила.
Okay, calm down. Now isn't the time to lose your nerve.
Вставай.
Murray antagonized me. And yeah, that could easily flip me out.
Вот именно.
Perfectly normal. Nothing unusual. It can happen to anyone. And it happens in the best of families.
Да, да, да.
No, this happens a heck of a lot in my family. It's the goddamn curse or whatever. Damn pills don't help either. Or do they?
Тихо, 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 тихо.
Maybe Victoria
Просто...
could help me. She knows all about our... But she doesn't believe me. But can you blame her? No. I'm starting to have doubts about me.
Вставай. Вставай, Эдриан. Давай мы сначала разберемся с этим Мюрреем. Нам надо же пробиться в его кабинет.
Okay. Slowly now. What should I do? If the guy goes to the police now, I've had it. These photos. Then he won't have anything more on me. One problem. I bet he's got the photos somewhere in his office.
Такс.
I can't believe that Murray's just put the photos in the drawer. What have we got here? This is a user manual for the steel locker. If you have forgotten your combination, the serial number is stamped on the rear panel. Write it down and telephone the following number: 01473/serial number plus the last 2 digits of your year of birth. An automated information desk will then tell you your combination. That's what I call service. Now hundreds of plastic soul keys. I wonder if Murray miscalculated. Murray's plans for the future. I'd go for a Gordon theme park, a wild water slide with artificial... Murray's date of birth will probably be on... There it is. 1940. Murray's baby. In oil. Murray was born in 1940. Apparently, I can find it on the back of the locker. A large steel locker. It's 3.5 meters from the corner to the place where the steel locker stands. 1,000 tips to success. Probably from the time of the sanatorium. No, even worse. The thing's full of tins of skin cream. Active Lift Super Moist for the man. Either an ancient brand or a fake. Wow, that's a really ugly... Murray himself in oil. A real bit. Boxes and boxes full of plastic. Murray was born in 1942, but apparently I can find it on the back. No chance. This thing's locked and made of solid steel. No chance. Not too well organized. Pliers. They could come in handy later. Otherwise, just screws.
Ой! Тьфу ты, господи. Нет, 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 нет. Эдриан, стой.
No chance.
Вот если бы можно было как-то его отвинтить. Придется искать.
I bet that thing infringes several personal rights. I bet that... I don't want to burn that.
А я бы сожгла.
That may be my only chance of getting hold of the photos. I should hurry up with...
Ладно, ну как?
Only a... What a stroke of luck. My hotel room is on the other side of the wall. Just where Murray...
Угу, поняла.
The steel...
Сперва все обмерим.
If I've got it right in my mind, the steel... It seems pretty pointless to me to hold the... I'll remove the wallpaper. A brick wall. Looks very... I can use this to scratch out the mortar from between the brick. That should do it. That's the back wall of the steel, and here's the serial number.
Повезло, что Мюррея еще нету.
All right then. Let's see.
The combination is 4 right, 8 left, 15 right, 16 left, 23 right, 42 left.
It was a pleasure doing business with you. Ta-da! Various photos of different people. Denise and Spooner doing... Oh, here's one of Matt taking a leak on the police station. Is that why he was... I'll get rid of all... There's something else. Bingo! Reliable photographic evidence. And it doesn't caught in the act of arson. I gotta show this to Victoria. And Murray was just bluffing. There aren't any compromising.
Хорошо, теперь нам надо бежать в замок, судя по всему.
There she is again. The white lady from the shack. What? Oh, she's coming closer. Oh, she's floating like a ghost. What if she is one? Keep calm, Darren. At least it would be better than one of those hellhounds. A friendly ghost is actually fine, particularly when it's so beautiful, or so sad. Should I follow her? Into the realm of the dead, or what? Oh, whatever. I've still got a whole packet of Halo Paradox with me. If the whole thing gets a bit too crazy... Where's she gone now? Strange. The gate is open for me? Huh, I hope the ghost... There are people in the hall. Construction guys, I guess. I'd better go another way. Anyway, it would be impossible to climb on it quietly. The ladder is too short to reach the first floor. I should look for him. Why do I constantly have the feeling that a big monkey is sitting up there? It's certainly decorative, if you like having boulders in your garden. Here, it goes down a few meters, and then the large surrounding garden begins. The fitting description would be wilderness. There's even more garbage lying. These ones here are on... It looks even older than the castle, if that's at all possible. It's certainly decorative. Oh look, a wheelbarrow. An empty pot. I'm guessing the guys here have heated up the... I have no idea what I could do with a pot at the moment. It's an iron sealing truss. There's a candle. If I don't have a flashlight, I should at least take this with me. No crockery left in here. All gone in the fire, I guess. The kitchen looks like a real mess. Lewis must have started the blaze here. There's nothing left to eat here. The most I could hope for here is smoked meat. Don't step on a creaky floorboard. Damn, it'd be impossible to sneak past them unnoticed. I have to distract them somehow. I could fill the roll with the gunpowder from the ammo. I've just gotta... It says ammunition on it. A small cardboard... I could fill the roll with the gunpowder from the ammo. I can't get the ammunition out with the scalpel, so some... I can use the pliers to get the slug out of the cartridge. I'll fill the cardboard tube with the gunpowder. Just a shame that it always trickles out of the end. The wax is too hard. Click. Let. I can seal the cardboard roll with the wax, so the...
Наверное, потребуется что-то вроде фитиля, да?
That is a mighty fine and certainly valuable item. Far too good for Phil. I'll stick the cigarette in one end of the... If you light the cigarette, it'll burn down and make the gunpowder explode. So now I've built my own fire. A cast iron... They won't hear the bang from back here. I'm not sure. What if they look for what made the noise, but don't find anything? That should make... A huge skull above the door. It makes...
Я уже не знаю, что делать. Стой, 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 подожди.
The lamp is the perfect place to set off my firework. It's dry in the construction. Okay, I've got about 2 minutes until this explodes. So, it's time.
What was that?
Sounded like a gunshot.
Damn, why aren't they going out?
Might have been a firework. I saw one of them.
Have you seen?
No, I've been on
They've covered it in paint. Go and have a look.
little sods. What?
Steve,
What kind of idea?
why don't we stick their fire?
Yeah.
Blast. Damn.
What's all that noise? Greg, Steve, was that you? Hey, Greg, Steve, what the heck is going on here?
She's disappearing into the hall. Victoria? Please wake up.
What? Who? Adrian? What are you doing here? I told you, I don't
I'm
want...
sorry, but I gotta talk to you. You can see Angelina here on this photo, Victoria, killing Miss Valley. Here, look at it.
Angelina?
Angelina also gave the order to set the castle on fire. And she killed Sally, Catherine, and Lewis, all just because of Mordred's curse. She needed my blood, because only male Gordons are capable of activating Mordred's power. You knew about that, Victoria. Please don't tell me you didn't know.
But she was my little Angelina. How could she do something like that?
I was hoping you could tell me that. There's that order that followed me.
Miss Valley's order. A bunch of bunglers. They wanted to prevent something like what happened 12 years ago from happening again. But they've got no idea what they're fighting against. Most of them see it as an amusing diversion from their lives. Acting mysteriously and having secret meetings in silly frocks. Miss Valley was the only one who really knew what it was about. The original order has existed for hundreds of years. It keeps the secrets hidden. However, we supported Miss Valley financially. It was, after all, in our interest that you, Adrian, did not return to Black Mirror.
I see. I saw something strange there, and I don't know who else I could ask about it. This white lady, exactly the one in this painting, or very similar, I don't know. But either way, I saw her in the woods. She was running around like a ghost. But it wasn't a ghost, was it?
A white lady in the woods? Are you sure?
So it really was a ghost. Oh my god, I really am going crazy.
No. Calm down, Adrian. Everything's fine. Perhaps better than I dared to hope. Tell me more about the lady. What did she look like? What did she have on?
I didn't see her all that well. She had long white hair, she had a long dress on with a belt, some kind of coat of arms on it.
The woman you saw is Maria Gordon, Mordred's wife. She can find no peace. Not for centuries. She wanders the woods of Black Mirror because she's searching for her child. Her child and Mordred's. I've seen her too.
Oh,
You've
Bana.
seen her too? Then she really does exist.
We're in Black Mirror Castle, Adrian. Which reality are you talking about?
What happened to the child?
All right, what I'm about to tell you has never left these walls. And it would be good if it stayed that way. It's perhaps the oldest of our family stories, and also the most dreadful. You want to know what happened to the child? That's what Maria asks herself to this day. All we know is that Mordred took it away because he thought it wasn't his biological child. He thought Maria cheated on him with his brother, Marcus, and wanted to make her pay for that. What he did to the child remains a mystery until today. It was never seen again.
So Mordred's wife was unfaithful, and because of that he cursed everyone?
No, Maria wasn't unfaithful to Mordred. It was his hate that made him think something like that. Hate and jealousy towards his brother. Even though the two of them fought many battles together, side by side. But that was before they came to Black Mirror. Something here changed Mordred, contaminated his heart. He mistrusted everyone. His soldiers, his wife, his brother, became more and more withdrawn, became arrogant. Finally, he looked at his own child and didn't recognize it. Thought he could see similarities with his brother in his face. He wanted to kill it, but no one knows if he did. One thing's for sure. He snatched it from Maria and took it into the catacombs under the castle. In her desperation, Maria called for Marcus, begged him for help. For Mordred, this was further evidence to support his suspicion. Marcus came, challenged Mordred to a duel, and killed him. But he didn't find the child, no matter how he searched. It was as though he'd disappeared.
What kind of curse is it?
Before Mordred died, he put a curse on Marcus's male descendants. They were to complete his work. One day a golden devoted to evil would be born, who would bring Mordred back to the realm of the living.
And Angelina wanted to have his power. But why, if only the male Gordons were cursed?
Because your twins, the curse, must have somehow got mixed up.
How's that?
I'm sorry. I can't tell you any more, Adrian. It is just an assumption.
What?
Adrian, we've no time to lose. You're the last Gordon of the Marcus lineage. The castle should belong to you. Give me some paper and a pen. There, in the drawer. I must confirm your true identity. Otherwise, no one will know that you're the lawful heir. I can feel my strength waning, Adrian. My life's coming to an end.
No, Victoria, please. I need you. I won't know what to do without you.
Without me, you might not have been in this position. We were very thorough when it came to you. He even had you a death certificate drawn up.
Let me guess. Dr. Herman did that.
We made a mistake. Forgive me, Adrian.
It's all right. You only wanted to protect me. But it might have been better if I'd known what it was about. Then I might not have walked into Angelina's trap. What can you tell me about the ritual chamber?
I've never been there myself. But apparently Mordred's power is strongest there. That place is not of this world. It's in the Shade world.
I think me and Angelina, we heard Mordred when we were there.
What exactly happened in the ritual chamber?
Well, I completed all of the tasks. Spilled my blood on the relief.
And did you speak the words?
I think so.
Did.
Oh God, Adrian, then the ritual's complete. You've laid open the way for Mordred.
What do you mean? Am I cursed now?
Worse, Adrian. Worse. Mordred's spirit is now in you. Adrian, in you. Oh my God, Adrian, what have you done?
Mordred is inside me? Oh, hell, that's exactly what I feared.
Stay calm. Let's stay calm and think. How do you feel? Is anything different?
Yes, there are these visions. They feel quite real. They're sick, violent, but maybe they aren't anymore. I wanted to go for Murray's throat earlier. That definitely wasn't a vision.
When did you see the White Lady last?
Just now, in front of the castle.
Then you haven't yet done evil. Your heart is still pure. You're
Пронесло.
strong, Adrian. You've managed to resist, and you must continue to do so. Resist Mordred for as long as you can. He will get stronger and stronger, and you will get weaker. He wants to control you. At some point, he will take control of you.
Ни за что не возьмет.
How can I prevent Mordred from controlling me?
There are only two ways to banish him. Mordred's vessel must be destroyed. You know what I mean by that.
I guess
Oops.
you mean the Samuel variety? A little jump from the tower, directly onto a pointy iron fence. Sounds tempting.
It's certainly the easier option.
Really? What would the difficult one be then?
You have to go back to where everything began.
To the ritual chamber? But it's buried.
Where everything began.
But do you mean where Mordred uttered the curse?
It's all written in the book.
In which book?
I'm so tired, Adrian. I can't go on.
No, please don't close your eyes now, Victoria. Stay awake, please. Just tell me what book you're talking about. A chronicle or the Bible?
The book. Please read it. In the room.
Which room?
Under the ground. The 6 menhirs will point you to the entrance.
Which menhirs?
The path begins there. The path. You have to follow to the end. To the very end.
Do you mean the big stones around the castle?
Start there. Search at the menhirs. Adrian, promise me.
Yes, I'll do it.
Promise me.
Yes, I promise. Victoria, please wait. There's so much you have to tell me. Victoria.
Черт!
What are you doing here? How did you get
She's
in?
dying. Do something. Quick!
Leave now.
Да. Два способа избавиться от Мордреда. Умереть вместе с ним, при этом он останется жить. Либо начать искать менгиры. Да. Сложно будет, по сути.
Lady Victoria Gordon has passed away. She leaves behind an empty place in our hearts. Let us pause a moment and bid her farewell in silent prayer. Dear mourners, as we part, I would like to leave you with a few words to reflect upon. Words which have guided Lady Victoria throughout her life in both good and troubled times. So faith, hope, and love abide, these three, said Paul in his letter to the Corinthians. But the greatest of these is love. Now, as we are saying goodbye to Lady Victoria Gordon, let us do so with these words in mind. Amen. Adrian, my sincere condolences.
Thanks.
Your great-grandmother was a quite extraordinary woman.
Yes, she was.
Upright and of good heart.
Yeah. It's a pity I only got to know her so late.
Better late than never. You are Lady Victoria's only kin, and therefore her sole heir. You can now move into the castle and take some time to reflect, to find some peace, Adrian. And say farewell not only to your great-grandmother, but to your old life, too. If you need any help, you know where to find me.
Thank you, Father Frederick.
My condolences, Adrian.
Thanks, Doc.
How are you?
Well, this is the funeral of the last member of my family. That's it. From now on, I'm alone on God's earth. Utterly alone. I suddenly find Mordred's presence in my head a little comforting. He is part of the family, after all.
We could have our session now, if you like.
No, I'd just like to have some space right now. Can we move it to this afternoon?
How about 3 o'clock at my practice?
Okay.
See you then, Adrian.
Adrian Gordon, the last, but not the least. Or maybe he is.
What a great time to say that. But I wouldn't expect anything else from you.
That's right. You even carried your great-grandmother to her grave, who you'd known hardly 3 or 4 weeks. Sorry for your sad loss. That I'm sure you'll get over very quickly. And congratulations on hitting the jackpot.
What jackpot? Do you mean the burned-down castle that I'm duty-bound to rebuild according to the will? Or do you mean my being the last in line of a family of sickos and murderers?
You call it that, but anyone else would call inheriting a magnificent estate and rising up into the nobility an incredible, real stroke of luck. But you were always good at playing the victim.
That's what you think. Any other cop would overcome his prejudices and just look at the facts.
Talking of cops, as you're now a British citizen, I'm afraid I can no longer get you deported. Let me make myself clear. The slightest hint of suspicion, and I'll have you back inside. And that's a promise.
Why do you want to keep me so close to you? Haven't you got any other friends? Why don't you go see Denise more often? That'll take the heat off a bit.
You'll soon stop talking so tough.
Have it your way. And now if you'll excuse me, Inspector, I have to go count my guest bathrooms.
Молодец, Эдриан. Хотя бы я бы всучила ему фотографию. Ой, ребята, теперь давайте закончим. С вами была Брина и Black Mirror 3 Last Fears. И, черт возьми, это было прям очень даже страшно и интересно. Увидимся в следующей серии. Даррет Ширал. Всем пока-пока и удачи.